everyone, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Friendly Designs, and I'm Friendly, your host. And today we are going to be talking about the foundation of your build. That's important, or so I'm told. I'm not much of a builder myself. And of course, we have our lovely audience again here today. Oh, aren't they great? Give them a round of applause. Yeah! But of course, I'm told that the most important part of any build is the foundation. Yes, of course, terraforming is awesome, and it makes our lands look pretty, and inspiration is really important when you're coming up with a design for a build. But foundation, the very foundation of a business. When you're first starting out, when you're trying to get sales, it's just important, okay? So we're going to be looking at some amazing foundations, but we've got 3 options. Thanks to Friendly on the Field, he's given us 3 options. 1 for medieval, 1 for fantasy, and 1 for modern. Oh, of course, Friendly prefers the modern. Strengthens tie. So we're going to be going on to Friendly on the Fields. Up to you, Friendly on the Fields. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much, Friendly. Hello everyone. I'm Friendly on the Field, and today we're going to be learning about foundation, the foundation of your builds, and what you should know when building your first starter build. Now, I know, some of you like to build your cobblestone and your dirt huts, and they're cute and all, but they're not good enough. No. Not if you want to impress your friends and tell them, you know what, I'm the best builder. The only way to do that is to have an impressive first build. Now, I'm going to show you some easy foundations to make your first build. Some very cheap ones, too. You don't want to get too much material. And the materials you have to get are actually really easy to get. They're like close by and everything. Our first example is more of a medieval build. This is the one you'll probably see a lot of people building when they're starting out. It's a very common shape, very, very rectangular. Rectangles in Minecraft. Groundbreaking, I know. But in this case, it's more about the build itself. Look at the stability of it. So I will show you how I made these pillars, and then you can go off and make it yourself if you really want to. Of course, I'm not telling you how to do things. This is just what I do. This is actually the first thing I usually start with when I'm doing my starter build. That's actually true. I usually go with either how tall versus the size of the windows. So if I'm doing a 2-panel window, I only need 1 between it. So I need 1 for the bit below. So if you look at this, like that's a bit below. And then we have 2 where we have the window. 2 where we have the window. Then 1. So there you go. That's where the window would go. Of course, my thing is more putting it here. Like that. Yeah. And then you can have a step away. It's really good. I like that. Of course, you can make it taller and then put this one here, and then you'll have a 3-pane window. I also want to give you guys a hint right here, because I know materials can be scarce. You actually just put these 2 pieces here, knock that out, put a random piece there, so you don't have to use as much wood, because I know wood can be cumbersome to get. I know there's an issue with getting logs, and it's a hard issue. It's rooted in all the problems. Get it? Rooted. But what I like to do is start with a corner. So you grab 1 corner, you then go, okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you go along, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason I do 5 is because I want 2 here, 2 here, the window here. That way I can make a window sill in this area and still have 1 space on either side, so it doesn't look too cluttered. So I usually go 5 across. You can do more, you can do less. And then you do the next pillar. And you do it again, and again, and again, and you go all the way around. The reason I've done 2 here and 3 along here is I'm going to have the roof facing this way so that it's not too wide. And this is because I need a door. I'm going to put the door here. So there's 3 wide instead of 2. Another thing I actually like to do is put in the flooring as well. So I like to put in the floor so I know exactly where it's going to be. Then I get some scaffolding. Scaffold at any point in the middle, wherever you want it to be. I usually put it right down near the corner. Then you do the second level, and then you do the roof level. And that way you have 3 levels that you know where everything's going to be. You can light it up. You can put your bed in here already. You can put storage. You can actually start building the inside, especially if you don't have the materials for the outside. Like I like to use, in this case, I'd probably use some stone brick. And then I get like that, and yep, gonna build it there. Wonderful. Build that there. And voila! See, that's how I do it. I'd have that as a thing, and then I can put my windowsill with my fence pieces. It would look beautiful. Of course, you can use whatever wood logs you want, whatever planks you want, whatever material you want. This is just an idea of a shape for your foundation, because making the foundation of your build as perfect as possible is very important, because this is the first step of building, the foundation. Yes, the terraforming is good, and yes, of course, we do have to focus on the inspiration, but when it comes to the actual build, this is the first part. So getting the right shape, the right volume, the right height is all very important. But when you're doing a starter base, just do something small and easy like this. And this is so easy. You got 2 levels, you know, you go up and down, it's great. Wacky inflatable, sometimes explosive creepers. Wacky inflatable, sometimes explosive creepers. Wacky inflatable, sometimes explosive creepers. Hello, my name is Friendly, and today I want to sell you some wacky inflatable, sometimes explosive creepers. That's right, today you could own your very own wacky inflatable, sometimes explosive creepers. Look at these beautiful, beautiful explosive creepers. They have a big explosive personality that you can get to know today. That's right, come on down to my store and buy some wacky inflatable, sometimes explosive creepers. Don't forget, bring the entire family. Just remember, don't bring cats. Cats are not allowed. Anyway, come on down! Our next build is more of a fantasy build. Now, I went for a bit more plainer colors just for the sake of, you know, the materials. But you could do whatever you want. You could do nether wart. You could do the blue one or the red one. You could use copper instead of using bricks. There's really a lot of things you could do with this. But this is our fantasy build. Now we have the same frame here, but it's one along, so it's like a passage along here that leads to this tower. Now you can make the tower as tall or small as you want, but it's supposed to be a small little starter base. So along here will kind of be like you know a small area, small path. You can have some shelving and stuff like that, and it leads into here, which you can put your bed here, and then you can have like a staircase or a ladder up to here and have your storage up there. But this is a very small, very minor starter build. You know, this is important. So we have the frame here that leads into a tower. Now you can make the tower as thick or as fat as you want. You can make it whatever size. I just made this size for now because we haven't done the roof yet, so we're not going to know how tall it needs to be. Now to make this, you already know how to make the base. The base is quite easy. Instead I have used dark oak, but to use these pillars, it is simply going all the way up and down. Now I will give guys a quick hint, because I've built these many times before, these towers. If you aren't going to have an elytra or feather falling boots, or you don't have scaffolding, remember to put a bucket of water at the bottom. So when you do kind of build up, you have somewhere to jump down to and not take fall damage. Because I've died many times to fall damage because I built way too high and had no way to get down. What I wanted to show you with this build is you can add anything onto the side of your build. The frame is important, but you can add stuff to that frame. You can add towers, you can add chimneys, you could add, I don't know, a giant garden. It's really up to you.
Do you like cool shoes?
I go zoomy zoomy in my Nikes.
Do you like to run fast?
I go so fast like Sonic.
Nike, now bringing the power to you.
I go zoomy zoomy with my boomy boomy. Zoomy zoomy.
Nike does not accept any fault if you might go zoomy zoomy boomy boomy out on the card. Nike does also not accept anything you might do. Any words out for Nike will be stricken.
Our final creation is a modern build. Now these builds are not my favorite because I'm not very good at doing the minimalistic style or the modern building myself. I'm really into medieval and fantasy. But modern builds are something that's becoming more and more common in Minecraft, just because they look so cool and they're so plain, but they stand out in a more normal Minecraft world. So modern builds are all about shapes. So if you look at this shape, we've got a giant rectangle here, we've got a square here, a flat surface there, and 2 rectangles on top of each other. Now what I was planning for this is you can come through here, you know, you walk inside, you can have like a dining table here and a kitchen. Then there's some stairs that go up to here from this part, the giant staircase, lead up into a bedroom. And then you have a lounge room here, maybe some storage over there or something. But I just wanted something that was really kind of spacious and open. Of course, for this you do need concrete, and concrete is not the easiest material to get. Of course, for alternatives, you could just use smooth diorite and some smooth blackstone. They're always really nice. They're not as clean and as crisp as these ones, but for a starter build, you might want to look into them. My biggest advice when it comes to doing a modern build is don't be too precarious with the shapes. You can make it whatever shape you want. Put shapes on top of shapes. Make the shapes that they lay on shapes. Like, seriously, just make the shapes so that they stand out. As you can see, this looks kind of weird and wacky. I always say the best thing to do is create a console. Quite literally, if your build looks like a gaming console, you've probably built it right. Like seriously, this looks like some sort of we have the new PlayStation over here and the new Xbox over here. They're just smashed together. But really, it's all about shapes. Just make sure you layer shapes on top of shapes. Don't worry about, a balance or it making complete sense. It's like an abstract painting. And that's what we like about it. Now, I've shown you 3 different versions of what you can do when it comes to foundation. But you're probably still wondering, why do you keep talking like foundation is the most important thing? Well, think about it, guys. Think about it. The stability of your build is important when you're building. You need to know how thick things are, how wide things are. Sometimes you might even do the inside before you do the outside. But a foundation is important. It's the starting off point, especially when you're a builder. It's a starting off point and a great place to start. A lot of Minecraft builders like to, make the skeleton first because that's what it's about, the skeleton. And then you make the flesh. That's right, you put all the flesh all over it. You layer on the skin, the flesh. It's all gross and stuff, but you do it. That's what you do. But yeah, in this case, it is about that. It's about putting on the flesh on top of the skeleton. These are the skeletons. These are the skeletons of your house. The bones. The first piece you usually do. And honestly, they can be built on. Don't be afraid. Don't think that it's too basic, too minor, or too boring. It will be at this point. There needs to be details, decorations, added pieces on like windowsills, walls, roofs, even small little lanterns and chains. So don't be afraid, don't be scared, and don't judge a build by its skeleton. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I'm gonna go pass it back to this Friendly in the studio. Bye! Wasn't that great, everyone? Oh my god, thank you, Friendly on the Fields. He's put so much work and effort into everything. It's great to see some foundations for our future builds, or your future builds. It's really important that you, as a builder, as the future of the Minecrafters of the world, put the most effort you possibly can into your builds. Foundation, foundation, foundation. And with those options, you can take as much hints or as little hints as you possibly can. I hope these tips and tricks have helped you guys, and I really hope that these will help you starting off with your foundation. In the next episode, we'll be learning about the walls and the roofs, or as I like to call them, the protection of the house. Because, it protects you from zombies and those giant phantom-y things. So, I'll see you in the next episode where we talk about protection. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to eat spaghetti. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!